Kingston got off lightly, if that's all that was wrong with him, because that was a seriously nasty act by Ludwig.
Oh, and Kaiser with a wicked clothesline. Xavier Woods has been dealing with a wrist injury of his own as Kaiser now hammers away with the right hand. You know, the one thing I noticed about Kaiser the last couple of weeks as we take another look at this impact by Kaiser.
Baseball back to the jaw.
And also tonight, Wade, is the confidence that Kaiser now has, especially after Gunther praised him earlier on.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a bad run over the past few months for the lads in Imperium outside of Gunther, of course, but that Vinci injury from a couple of weeks ago has really lit a fire inside of Ludwig Kaiser, and Gunther clearly liked what he saw.
Xavier Woods now shoulders to the midsection and the chop to Kaiser.
This is about as aggressive as we have seen from Xavier Woods. The man is angry, and who can blame him?
I heard the news earlier, too, that Gunther will be a part of the Royal Rumble match a week from Saturday. Gunther making history last year, starting at #1. And look at the viciousness now of Kaiser going right after Xavier Woods, trying to pick up where he left off last week.
Things have gone south in a hurry for Xavier Woods after a really hot start. Completely snuffed out by Ludwig Kaiser.
Back to Gunther for just a moment. Entering #1 in the Royal Rumble match last year. Set a record of being in the match for 1 hour, 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Covered by Woods and a kick out by Kaiser. Gunther eliminated 5 men in the Rumble before being eliminated by Cody Rhodes, the final 2. Cover by Kaiser, off the uppercut, and a kick out by Woods at 2.
This matchup has just been a pendulum swinging back and forth every 10 seconds.
On a emotion-filled matchup, of course, Vinci out of action because of Kofi Kingston, and Kingston out of action because of Kaiser, and now Xavier Woods finds himself in the middle of it all.
I spoke to Xavier Woods.
Take your hand! You hear me? You hear me?
Spoke to Xavier Woods earlier today, asked him if he's still feeling the power of positivity after what happened to Kofi last week. He said the only thing that I'm positive about is that Ludwig Kaiser is going to get a well-earned whooping.
Well, it might be Woods who's going to get the whooping because he just got taken out the ropes by Kaiser. Kaiser has been so aggressive. He's been vicious. He's brought it to another gear as of late. See, the women's world champion, Rhea Ripley, will be here later on tonight. She told the rest of the members of Judgment Day she has some business to deal with in the women's division.
I'm going to take your hand for Jordan's collection.
And again, still to come is our main event, Jinder Mahal, who nearly 7 years ago shocked the entire planet when he beat Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship. Can he do the same tonight for the world title against Seth Rollins? We'll find out later on.
The ring general demands wins, but failing that, a ruthless display of power. A close second. And he's getting exactly that from Ludwig Kaiser.
And here's the cover now by Kaiser, and a hook to the leg and a kick out. It's almost been like a refocus of sorts for Kaiser over the past couple of weeks.
And Kaiser needed it in the worst way. It's sad that it came at the expense of Giovanni Vinci's health, but wow, what a return to form for Ludwig Kaiser.
Xavier Woods, remember, one of the greatest tag teams, if not the greatest tag team in history in the New Day. Also has had some success as a singles champion. Remember, he was a king of the ring in his career. Still looking for the elusive singles championship, however.
Only the very best become king of the ring, Cole. And that's exactly what Xavier Woods is going to have to be tonight to take on Kaiser.
And some mediocre folks.
Come on,
as
man.
Woods is sent over the top rope to the apron. And Woods catching Kaiser on the ear. And now Xavier Woods runs right into a right hand. And then a clothesline. What a physical battle this is.
These two have both come out and they are emptying their nuclear warheads on one another. And I'm loving watching it.
Woods driven shoulder first to the post. And Ludwig Kaiser now, that running basement drop kick. Kaiser in control. Ludwig Kaiser has been dominating Xavier Woods of the New Day in this one-on-one matchup.
Kofi, know your head.
Woods came out tonight to avenge the injury to Kofi Kingston caused by Kaiser last week.
Kaiser made a big error there. Do not write off Xavier Woods until this one's over.
And Woods now, there's that DDT as he flew through the second rope and buys himself some time.
Woods tasting his own blood at this point, and that has lit something else inside of him. Now finally getting a second wind in this one, but he's taken a lot of punishment.
Been a loud, fun crowd here tonight. WWE fans braving the elements in Little Rock, Arkansas to join us for Monday Night Raw as Woods and Kaiser pounding the heck out of each other. And now Woods with the upper hand.
Woods refusing to be denied tonight.
And giving Kaiser a little of his own medicine.
Woods simply a man on a mission.
Xavier Woods sends Kaiser up over the top rope. And now Woods gonna fly, drop kick, grabs Kaiser up and over our announce table. And Kaiser hit hard.
Oh, what a horrible landing for Ludwig Kaiser.
Could have moved your chair for him.
I have to focus on getting myself out of the way.
And now Kaiser tried to do the same thing he did to Kofi last week. Woods was ready. And now dumps Kaiser on the announce table. And now hammering away at Kaiser. And Kaiser trying to rip the eyes, thumb in the mouth of Woods. Woods with a kick. And this is broken down out here at ringside. And now Woods with a chair to Kaiser. A little bit of payback. The official had no choice but to call for the bell. Woods using the chair as a weapon, and it forced the disqualification. So Woods said, well, why not? And now Woods with a steel chair in hand, and Kaiser with a kick to the chair off the face of Woods.
Well, the anger and fury simply boiled over in this one. And once again, it's a member of New Day that has come a cropper at the hands of the vengeful Ludwig Kaiser.
And Kaiser's not done yet. He drags Xavier Woods to his feet, and now he's going to do to Woods what he did to Kingston last week.
It's an action replay. It worked perfectly last time. God, someone stop this.
Xavier Woods is defenseless, but now makes it back to his feet, and he's able to take out Kaiser.
Woods needed everything in his soul to summon up the energy to stand up there. And damn did he need it.
This rivalry between Imperium and New Day has been taken to another level tonight. Xavier Woods with a steel steps in hand. He's going to try to injure. He's going to try to maim Kaiser, who ducks out of harm's way. And now Ludwig Kaiser trying to escape the wrath of Xavier Woods.
Kaiser looked like he'd seen a ghost.
As Kaiser escapes out of the WWE Universe.
Two can play in that game, Ludwig.
The problem with this, Wade, is nothing was settled tonight.
Thankfully.
Absolutely nothing has been settled between the New Day and Imperium. First, Kaiser tried to do to Woods what he did to Kofi last week, but it didn't pay off tonight.
This is where the attempted, the chair to the face with that enziguri.
And then trying to do what he did to Kofi. Xavier Woods was ready. And then Woods tried to maim Kaiser. And Kaiser wisely retreated